live on YouTube, everyone. If you don't wish to appear in the live stream and the recording that follows, would you please switch off your video? Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us on the first ever Oban Shanty Festival right from the comfort of your own living room. This event was supposed to take place in the actual bustling metropolis of Oban, but due to events out with the organisers' control, we have had to take things online, but with a great deal of
coming through on YouTube.
With a great deal of technical know-how, wizardry, and chutzpah, we're going to give this a go online. So thank you for bearing with us. Thank you for being with us tonight. We're hoping it's going to be good. Harry, you want to say a few words about the charity that we're supporting this evening, please?
Yes, indeed. Hello, everyone. Good evening, sailors, landlubbers, ladies and gentlemen. We are appealing for contributions tonight for a fantastic charity called Help Musicians, which does, as they say, what it says on the tin. This is obviously a terrible time for musicians of all shapes and sizes. And there is a fund, essentially a hardship fund, that Help Musicians are running. And we'll both be posting the link to their website, but you should have had it also in the information you were sent when you signed up for this. If you can find any spare change to chuck in their direction, musicians would be grateful. So yes, I'd like to acknowledge Tom Malone at the start of this as the organizer of today's excellent activities. You can see him with the Oban Shanty Festival at Home logo right behind him there. So it's Martin who's going to take the first block of emceeing of this evening. And he's already mentioned that you should please stay muted until such times you might wish to unmute yourself to indulge in a round of passionate applause at the end of someone's set. But we need to bear in mind, with 135 participants as we now are, someone having just joined, that there may be an issue of placing some strain on the internet, and we don't want that. So you may choose to, if you're having problems with that, to also switch off your video. Obviously not if you're performing though. Back to you, Martin.
Thanks very much, Harry. I'd like to invite David McGilp from Visit Scotland to say a few words.
And just before you do, Martin, sorry, just one more thing I forgot to say. We are live streaming this performance on YouTube, where it is being recorded live. and we'll probably also do some recording in the room. So if you're not happy with that, that would be another reason for blanking your video. Thank you.
If there's a warrant out for your arrest, if you have absconded from a ship, if there's a press gang out for you, switch off your video right now. Thank you very much, Harry. Yeah, David, would you be up for unmuting yourself and then telling us a few words about how amazing Oban is and why people should get themselves there as soon as possible?
Hi, hello everybody, and welcome to the inaugural Oban International Shanty Festival. Sea shanty festivals are a staple part of the summer in seaports the length of the British Isles and the continent, and yet they're not widely celebrated in Scotland. The Oban International Shanty Festival was all set to fill that gap and make waves. This fabulous seaside town, already well known for its trad fusion music festivals such as Oban Live, rich Gaelic heritage with the Royal National Mod, and important maritime history, had an exciting and entertaining programme of live performances and community engagement, all to be held in venues across the town. Indeed, there were also plans for shanties to be sung at sea and on the nearby island of Kerala in the historic flying boat base, which is now Oban's Marina. Of course, none of this is now possible. Coronavirus has turned our world upside down, and lockdown has kept us all in quarantine. Interestingly, that word, which we all have become familiar with since the virus hit our shores, has a maritime connection. The word originates from the medieval Venetian word quarantena, which meant 40 days. This was the length of time that ships were forced to lay offshore before entering port, isolation practice to prevent the spread of the bubonic plague. So quarantine is nothing new. But with physical distancing rules threatening to shipwreck Oban's brand new festival, something had to be done. 2020 is the year Scotland celebrates its coasts and waters, and the Shanty Festival organisers, the Traditional Music and Song Association, their sponsors, Oban's Business Improvement District and the Oban and Lorne Tourism Alliance, decided to throw a virtual lifebelt and take the event online. It may not be the festival that was originally planned, but it will be fun. It will be engaging, and it will give you all a taste of what's in store for next year. I wish all the singers and participants the best of luck, as Zoom can be as treacherous to navigate as a stormy sea on a dark night. It is with great pleasure that I metaphorically launch this ship and hope all that set sail this evening enjoy tonight's performances. On with the show.
Thanks, David. That was amazing. Thanks very much. Right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our first act this evening. Our first act this evening is the Silver Darlings. Can the Silver Darlings please unmute themselves in order to give us their performance this evening, please? Hello, guys. Kate Haywood, Alison, can you hear me? Can you unmute yourselves?
Good evening. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you great. Thank you.
All right. Hi there. Hello. Welcome to Southend-on-Sea in Essex. We are the Silver Darlings. We are the first and only all-female sea shanty crew this side of the Dartford Tunnel. So we'll sing for you right now. We're going to sing one of our favourite songs. This is called The Wellerman. Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Yeah. There was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy of Tea. The wind blew up her bow, dipped down, oh blow my bully boys blow. Whoa! Soon may the Wellerman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Huh! Soon may the Wellerman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before that boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her. We took that whale in tow. Ha! Soon may the wellerman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
A line was dropped all in pursuit. She raised her tail and lost salute, but the harpoon lodged, there's no dispute, as she dived down below.
Oh! Soon may the wellerman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. For 6 long days and 6 long nights, she drove us south with all her might, till we were too tired to fight, and then we let her go. Yeah! Soon may the wellerman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. The line was cut, the whale was freed, the captain's mind was not of greed, for he belonged to the sailor's creed. And he let that whale go. Yeah! Soon may the wellerman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Woo! Woo! Thank you very much. Thank you. It's very strange not being able to hear any of
Ladies.
We'll crack straight on and we're going to sing another shanty. Now, we are the Silver Darlings. We are kind of a cross between Kimber's Men meets the Nolan sisters, perhaps. Something along those lines.
A bit of French and Saunders.
Thrown in. A good measure. This is Viking Darling, our Norse goddess of the group. She really does have Norwegian ancestry, as you can see from her gorgeous golden flowing locks. But leading us in this song is Baby Darling, the youngest ever female sea shanty crew member in the world today, as far as we know. That has got to be worth a round of applause. So she's going to lead us with our version of Haul Away Joe. Please sing along at home.
When I was a little girl, or so your mother told me,
Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
But if I did not kiss the boys, their lips would go mouldy.
Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Away, haul away, we'll haul away together. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Away, haul away, we're bound for better weather. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
I used to have a Kentish boy, but he was fat and
Away,
lazy.
haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
But now got an Essex boy, he damn near drove me crazy.
Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Away, haul away, we'll haul away together. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Away, haul away, we're bound for better weather. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
King Louis was the king of France before the revolution.
Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
But then he got his head chopped off, it spoiled his constitution.
Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
Away!
Haul away, we'll haul away together. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
Away!
Haul away, we're bound for better weather. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
The cook is in the galley, lads, making ducks handy.
Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
The captain's in the cabin, boys, drinking rum and brandy.
Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
Away!
Haul away, we'll haul away together. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
Away!
Haul away, we're bound for better weather. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Well, now, can't you see the black clouds are gathering? Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Well, now, can't you see the storm clouds are rising? Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
Away!
better weather. Away, we'll haul away, Joe. Away, we'll haul away together. Away, we'll haul away, Joe. Away, we're bound for better weather. Away, we'll haul away, Joe. Thank you very much. We were hoping the neighbours would come out in their gardens, but they've gone in and shut their windows. I don't know why.
Not shanty lovers.
Not shanty lovers now. We're just going to sing something. It's not a shanty. Apologies for all you die-hard shanty fans out there, but we hope you enjoy this anyway. We like to sing songs that also are from the female perspective, and this one is just that. This is called My Johnny Was a Shoemaker. My Johnny was a shoemaker, and dearly he loved me. My Johnny was a shoemaker, but now he's gone to sea with pitch and tar to soil his hands and to sail across the sea, stormy sea, and sail across the stormy sea. My Johnny was a shoemaker, and dearly he loved me. My Johnny was a shoemaker, but now he's gone to sea with pitch and tar to soil his hands and to sail across the sea, stormy sea, and sail across the stormy sea.
His jacket was a deep sky blue, and
curly was his hair. His jacket was a deep sky blue. It was, I do declare, for to reef the topsail up against the mast and to sail across the sea, stormy sea, and sail across the stormy sea.
someday he'll be a captain bold with a
Brave and a gallant crew. Someday he'll be a captain bold with a sword and spyglass too. And when he has his gallant captain's sword, he'll come home and marry me. Marry me. He'll come home and marry me. Next question. So, we'd like to sing something for you that we started singing this time last year, actually, which is called Pique la Baleine. And lots of you will know this is a song about whaling. But we like to think of it as not Pique la Baleine, but more as embrace the whale, kiss the whale, love the whale. We're just going to sing it. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer. Pourrais-tu baie ma douce amie? Oh mes bouées, oula oula la. Pourrais-tu baie ma douce amie? Oh mes bouées, oula oula la. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer.
Oh oui, émerger, naviguer.
Oh mes bouées, oula oula la.
Oh oui, émerger, naviguer.
Oh mes bouées, oula oula la. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer.
Oh, mais du sud.
Oh mes bouées, oula oula la.
Oh, mais du sud.
Oh mes bouées, oula oula la. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer.
J'allais retrouver quand je m'ai noyé.
Oh mais ouais, oula oulala.
Je l'ai retrouvé quand je m'ai noyé.
Oh mais ouais, oula oulala. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer.
Les confondeurs l'espérer.
Oh mais ouais, oula oulala.
Les confondeurs l'espérer.
Oh mais ouais, oula oulala. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer.
Ensemble un arterai.
Oh mais ouais, oula oulala.
Ensemble un arterai.
Oh mais ouais, oula oulala. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer.
Couple elle, je me suis couché.
Oh mais ouais, oula oulala.
Couple elle, je me suis couché.
Oh mais ouais, oula oulala. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer.
Very good. I think this one's probably going to be our last one, unless it's told otherwise. We do have one up our sleeve, just in case. We've really enjoyed doing this.
Hello.
We're raising lots of good money for lots of
Hello.
charities. So well done, everybody.
I'm just
And
pausing.
can't wait to
My
see
conscience
the rest of the acts tonight. This one is called South Australia.
The neighbours are complaining.
Can everybody mute, please, so that we can hear what's going on? If you're not,
White, Isle of Wight.
Hello,
for you
Ireland.
shipmates that are out there. And she's going to lead us in South Australia. So, for our own southern gal, off we go to South Australia, if I can find the note. Here we go. In South Australia, I was born.
Heave away, all the way.
In South Australia, around the Cape Horn.
And we're bound for South Australia. All away, you rolling kings, heave away, all away, you'll hear me singing, bound for South Australia.
South Australia, I was born.
Heave away, all away,
South Australia, round the Cape Horn.
bound for South Australia.
As I walked up one morning fair,
Heave away, all away,
there I saw Miss Nancy Blair.
bound for South Australia.
Let's go!
All away, you rolling kings, heave away, all away, you'll hear me singing, bound for South Australia.
Shook her up and I shook her down.
Heave away, all away,
Shook her all around.
Oh, yeah.
bound for South Australia.
Run her all night and I ran her all day.
Heave away, all away,
Run her all around till we sailed away.
bound for South Australia.
Let's go!
All away, you rolling kings, heave away, all away, you'll hear me singing, bound for South Australia.
One thing that does grieve my mind
Heave away, all
is to
away,
leave my Nancy Blair behind.
bound for South Australia.
We wallop around Cape Horn.
Heave away, all away,
Yo, wish to Christ you never been born.
bound for South Australia.
Let's go!
All away, you rolling kings, heave away, all away, you'll hear me sing, bound for South Australia.
South Australia, my native land.
Heave away, all away,
Full of rocks and thieves and fleas and sand.
bound for South Australia.
I wish I was on Australia's strand.
Heave away, all away,
Where the bottle of whiskey in the air.
Bound for South Australia.
Let's go.
All the way, you rolling pins, heave away, all the way, you'll hear me sing with bound for South Australia. All the way, you rolling pins, heave away, all the way, you'll hear me sing. Bound for South Australia.
Thank you very much to the Super Darlings for having a cracking night. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to the Silver Darlings. Thank you so much, guys. That was wonderful.
Uncle Ted.
Fantastic. Well done, guys. Well done. Thanks very much. That was fantastic. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys soon. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fantastic. That was a great way to start our evening's entertainment. Silver Darlings, as they say, the finest all-girl shanty group. This side of the depth of the tunnel. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. Our next act is going to be Muldoon's Picnic. I wonder if I could ask people to possibly switch off their video for this, because the Muldoons are going to be in different places, and it would be helpful if we could have the video switched off. So if you're able to do that, please, folks, that would help us out for the next performance. So what can we say about Muldoon's Picnic? They are a fantastic, wonderful a cappella harmony group from Glasgow. They sing traditional music. They lead workshops, they all lead choirs, they lead singing sessions. I'd say Muldoons have done more for community singing up here in Scotland than anybody else put together. I think it's not too unfair to say that.
Thank you, Martin. You're very kind. Thank you.
We're all very fond of him. Apart from that, Harry, he's a swine.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Harry can tell us a bit more about what you're going to be doing, what you're going to be performing this evening.
Well, Martin, thank you for your kind words there. How wonderful to see the Silver Darlings there, actually in the same place, singing at the same time. It brings back memories of when we used to do that. Seems just only the other month, doesn't it? What a wonderful performance. Thank you for that. Yes, well, we can't do that because we're still in Scotland. We're still in lockdown. And so we've worked really hard to find ways where maybe you can hear more than one note at the same time and it's not a mistake. Or harmony, as some people call it, to use the musical jargon. So we're going to sing you 4 songs in 4 different ways, and different ways of trying to overcome this problem. The first of them is just the straightforward method of having the 6 of us singing with our mics open. Oh no, so daring. They said it would never work. Who knows, they may be right. We're going to start off singing the famous long drag shanty, Halyard Shanty, Roll, Alabama, Roll. Please do join in, but do keep your mics muted, and perhaps if you would keep your video off, as I see you are doing, which is great, then you might even be able to see us in action. So we're going to just pass the verses around, and here we go. So I'll just, unfortunately, I'm also trying to drive the video, so I'm going to put a speaker view on. Here we go. When the Alabama's keel was laid, roll, Alabama, roll. It was laid in the yards of Jonathan Laird. Oh,
Alabama, roll. It was laid in the yards of Jonathan Laird. Roll, Alabama, roll. It was laid in the yards of Birkenhead. Oh, roll, Alabama, roll. In Amsterdam there lived a maid. Mark well what I do say. In Amsterdam there lived a maid, and she was mistress of her trade. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. A-roving, since roving's been my ruin. I'll go no more a-roving. Mark well what I do say. Her eyes were like two stars so bright, her face was fair, her step was light. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. A-roving, since roving's been my ruin. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. I asked this maid to take a walk, mark well what I do say. I asked this maid to take a walk, that we might have some private talk. I go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. A-roving, since roving's been my ruin. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid.
I put my arm around her waist,
Mark well what I do say. I put my arm around her waist, and from her snatched a kiss in haste. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. A-roving, since roving's been my ruin. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. A great big Dutchman around my bow, mark well what I do say. A great big Dutchman around my bow, and said, young man, it is my vrouw. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. A-roving, since roving's been my ruin. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. This warning, boys, take from me, mark well what I do say. This warning, boys, take from me, with other men's wives don't make too free. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. A-roving, since roving's been my ruin. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. Sweet ladies of Plymouth, we're saying goodbye.
Lock down, lock down.
We'll rock you and roll you again by and by.
Walk around your front room and sit down.
And
We're in lockdown, lockdown. Walk around your front room and sit down.
the anchor is stowed and the sails are all furled.
Lockdown, lockdown.
No question of going halfway around the world.
Walk around your front room and sit down.
And
We're in lockdown, lockdown. Walk around your front room and sit down.
Although you will always be queen of our heart,
Lockdown, lockdown.
we're socially distancing 6 feet apart.
Walk around your front room and sit down.
And
We're in lockdown, lockdown. Walk around your front room and sit down.
No more will we battle the salt and the foam.
Lockdown, lockdown.
It's hard being a sailor who's working from home.
Walk around your front room and sit down.
And we're in
Lockdown, lockdown. Walk around your front room and sit down.
That nice Rishi Sunak will pay all your rent.
Lockdown, lockdown.
Well, maybe not all, more like 80%.
Walk around your front room and sit down.
We're
In lockdown, lockdown. Walk
boats on the streets of land did know our sin.
Lockdown, lockdown.
You'll know that the culprit is COVID-19.
Walk around your front room and sit down.
And
we're in lockdown, lockdown. Walk around your front room and sit down.
When storms shake our timbers and hatches are battened,
Lockdown.